I've heard people say that doing the 75 hard challenge will change your life. I also heard people say it won't change your life. So I decided to try the 75 hard challenge for 30 days, so I could have my own opinion about it instead of just copying what everyone else was saying. Started on January this year, which means that I was doing the challenge during winter. Yes, it was cold outside, but I still wanted to do all of the daily tasks outdoors, because I thought that would make the challenge more difficult and therefore more effective. So here are the rules that I had to follow every single day for 30 consecutive days. Drink 1 gallon of water per day. Follow a meal plan with no cheat meals. Work out 4 times a week following an exercise plan. Take a daily progress picture. Read 10 pages from a self-improvement book. No excuses or skipping days. This is probably the hardest one. Now, before starting the 75 hard challenge, I already had some experience with intermittent fasting. So I knew that I wouldn't have any problem following the meal plan and not eating any cheat meals. But everything else was something new to me. I bought a book called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. I think it was the perfect book to read during the 75 hard challenge, because it talks about building a better version of yourself and reaching your goals by doing small things consistently over time. I won't lie. Even though I already had experience with fasting, I still felt hungry at the beginning. That's why it's important to have a good breakfast. So I decided to eat eggs every morning because they are very filling and they contain lots of protein. One thing that really helped me reach my daily water intake goal was carrying a water bottle with me wherever I went. I chose a 2-liter bottle because it's easier to carry than a 3.8-liter bottle, which is what you would need to reach the daily gallon goal. So every time I finished a bottle, I marked the time on a piece of paper so that I could keep track of how much water I had drunk throughout the day. It's important to drink enough water because water helps you burn fat, improves your mood, keeps your skin healthy, and gives you energy. I used an app called Fit'n to follow the workouts. There are many free apps like this, and they are great if you do and want to go to the gym. You can do the workouts at home or anywhere else because you only need a few minutes and your body weight to complete them. I did the workouts early in the morning so I could have more time during the rest of the day in case I had to reschedule any of the other daily tasks. I tried to do the workouts first thing in the morning because I had more energy then, but that didn't always work out. Sometimes I had to do them later in the day. One thing that I learned is that even if you have a lot of things to do, it's important to take time to work out because it will help you stay focused and improve your mental health. I tried to do each workout properly, and I stopped when I felt like I could undo any more reps. I wasn't able to do all the exercises perfectly, but I tried my best. The most challenging exercises for me were the ones that required upper body strength, such as push-ups and tricep dips, because I don't work out those muscles very often. If you want to try these workouts, I recommend that you start slowly and do fewer repetitions until you get stronger. It's better to do fewer repetitions correctly than to do more repetitions with bad form. Taking a daily progress picture was easy. I used my cell phone camera, and I took the pictures in the same place and at the same time every day. At first, I felt awkward taking pictures of myself, but then I stopped caring about how I looked and focused on improving my habits instead. Remember, this is one of the hardest rules, and you can't skip any days. So choose a place where you feel comfortable and that has good lighting. The task that took me the most time was reading 10 pages from a self-improvement book every day. I spent hours looking for books that I could read during the challenge. I tried reading How to Win Friends and Influence People, but I couldn't finish it because it was too long and boring for me. Then I found The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, and I loved it. The author talks about how small changes done consistently over time lead to success. He uses simple language and tells stories about his clients, so you can learn how to apply the lessons he talks about. After finishing the book, I continued reading it on Audible, while I was driving or doing other activities, so that I could learn more from it. Overall, I liked the 75 hard challenge. It helped me develop better habits and made me feel accomplished when I finished the 30 days. I noticed that I felt more energetic, less stressed, and that I had more willpower to achieve my goals. I didn't lose a lot of weight, but I lost inches from my waist and thighs, which means that I lost fat and gained muscle. Before the challenge, I weighed 160 pounds and was 5'7", and after the challenge, I weighed 149 pounds, so I lost 11 pounds. I also took measurements of my waist, arms, thighs, and calves. My waist went from 39 inches to 36 inches. My right arm went from 12.5 inches to 12 inches. My left arm went from 12.5 inches to 11.75 inches. My right thigh went from 21 inches to 20 inches. And my left thigh went from 21 inches to 20.5 inches. So you can see that I lost fat and gained a little bit of muscle. Taking measurements is a great way to know if you're losing fat and gaining muscle. It's more accurate than just looking at the scale because you can see how your body is changing and not just your weight. I took measurements once a week. One of the things that kept me motivated to finish the challenge was imagining how I would feel after doing it. I knew that I would feel proud and accomplished. So whenever I felt like giving up, I imagined that feeling and it helped me push through. Now I want to do the full 75 days, but I'm not sure if I will be able to do it because I'm very busy. I think if you want to do the full 75 days, it's best to start when you do and have many obligations, or when you have time to focus on the challenge. You have to remember that you're committing to doing something new every day for 75 days, so it's important to be prepared. You should also be clear about why you want to do the challenge and what you expect to gain from it. For example, I wanted to improve my habits and feel healthier and stronger. Doing the 75 hard challenge takes a lot of willpower and discipline. Sometimes I felt tired or didn't want to do something, but I did it anyway because I didn't want to break the chain. It's important to know that this challenge isn't easy, but it's worth it because it can change your life if you stick to it. Do it when you have free time. Don't use excuses or skip any days. Stay focused on your goals and imagine how you'll feel when you accomplish them. Be prepared for challenges and setbacks and use them as opportunities to learn and grow. Celebrate your accomplishments along the way and be afraid to ask for support or help when needed. Remember that consistency is key and that you can do it if you set your mind to it. Good luck.